Knock at the Cabin. M. Night Shyamalan, new trailer with Batista. Cool, man. Let's talk about it on today's movie news. Welcome to Mirror Domain's Movie News, your place for entertainment headlines. And on today's show, we're going to be talking about, we'll be looking at that Knock at the Cabin trailer. Bardo has a trailer out. What's that? It's from the director who made The Revenant. Okay. Some Beverly Hills Cop 4 news. Lethal Weapon 5, maybe next year, guys, we'll start shooting. But we start off today's headlines by talking about Don't Worry, Darling. That opens up this weekend, and I'm seeing it in exactly 4 hours, guys. 4 hours, and I'm watching Don't Worry, Darling. And that's that film directed by Olivia Wilde, and that had all that controversy around it recently with, Chris Pine's Spitgate, Harry Styles, that movie, and I'm actually kind of looking forward to it. So I see it in 4 hours, guys. So pay attention later today for my straight out of the theater review or reaction to that. And I guess Olivia Wilde was on, what was that, Colbert last night? And she addressed all the drama behind the scenes. So because it's relevant, it's opening up this weekend. I thought we would just take a quick look here and see what she said, because there was, LaBeouf said that he wasn't fired and he walked away kind of thing. She said that he was fired. So what does she say here? When Colbert asked to clarify whether LaBeouf quit or was fired from the film, Wilde said she tried to play mediator between the actor and her lead actress, Florence Pugh. Once it became clear that it was not a tenable working relationship, I was given an ultimatum. Okay. I chose my actress, which I'm very happy I did. At the time, I was bummed that we weren't able to make it work. So I guess, yeah, and I heard that Shia LaBeouf's kind of hard to work with, and it kind of bums me out that he couldn't get along with Florence Pugh. Really? Okay. Well, I like Florence Pugh. And I like Olivia Wilde. But, man, so she tried to clarify it there, and then I don't really care which side of the fence you guys land on. Do you believe Olivia Wilde or not? She's out trying to do damage control, and I understand that because the movie opens up this weekend. And I like the trailers for it. You hear that Chris Pine is playing like this weird kind of cult leader kind of thing going on there, but I hear great things about Florence Pugh in this, and I am looking forward to it because I do think that she's a good director, good actress, Olivia Wilde is. So that opens up tonight. I'm seeing it in 4 hours, guys. What does the tomato meter say here? Oh, that's not good. Oh, Jesus. 31%. 112 reviews there by the critics. 31%. But you know what? It's not going to faze me. It's not going to faze me. I'm still going to go out and see it, guys. Don't worry about that. Oh, Jesus. 31%. Let's take a look at some of the snapshot reviews here from the Chicago Tribune. Silberman and Wilde should have seen the problems with their story and its central rusty hook literal years before filming started. Okay, so apparently it's got some script issues. Well, I'll give it a fair shake, though. You know me. I always do. From the Boston Globe, who's got a positive review here, it says it doesn't tell viewers anything they don't already know. It does remind them of things they might prefer to ignore. Don't Worry, Darling holds a lot more than what it shows on the surface, making it a great second film for the talented Wilde. Okay. All right. New York Times says Wilde isn't a strong enough filmmaker at this point to navigate around the story's weaknesses, much less transcend them. Bummer. Bummer. That's from the New York Times. New York Times. You know what I say to you guys? Anyway, Byford the Hobbit in live chat says, ignore the trolls, Don't Worry, Darling is good. Okay, good. Well, I'm seeing it in 4 hours, guys, so around 6 p.m., 6:30-ish my time, in 6 hours or so, you should be getting my straight out of the theater reaction for Don't Worry, Darling. What else opens up this weekend is Avatar re-release, and apparently, from what I'm being told, and these reports coming in, if you go see Avatar again this weekend, it will come with a Way of Water end credit scene. Well, and that, that James Cameron kind of beefed up, polished some of the visual effects. So there are some minor changes to the Avatar movie. I think they remixed it as well, the sound design. remastered it, right? Um, I don't know. I'm not going to go out and see that, guys. I'm still behind on a few other things. I still haven't seen Barbarian. For God's sakes, man. What am I doing here? I'm a movie fan. I still haven't seen everything out in the theater yet. But okay, let's take a look. Those who have already seen the restored version of the original Avatar. Okay, restored. Into the franchise going through a post-credit scene. And I'm guessing it's just going to... If it's just that teaser again, they better not. But I guess we got some first-hand accounts here that the re-release will have some Avatar 2, The Way of Water. Post-credit scene. So you're going to be in the theater for 4 hours watching that. Good luck with that. I wish you all the best. Oh, mercy. I just like to... I don't know where or when Avatar became my punching bag, but I guess it... guys, don't get me wrong here. I'm going to go see Avatar, The Way of Water. I'm still trusting in Cameron to give us a good story, for sure. And what else does Cameron have to say about this? He says, you won't be able to predict Avatar 2's story, says James Cameron. Well, we got some story plot points that I'm not going to spoil you too much, other than they get displaced from their normal camp, and Jake and Neytiri have a family now, right? And one of the daughters is played by Sigourney Weaver, so we'll have to see how that goes along. Yeah, you're not going to be able to predict the story. What does he say here? Let's take a quote here from Cameron while he was talking with IGN. I guarantee you won't be able to predict it. What people hate the most is to go and see a movie and say, oh, predictable. This is not predictable. I don't think. I defy anybody to predict where this story goes. Well, I'm guessing that they get displaced and new people to come to get the unobtainium. And they have to go to the depths of the oceans to hide from them and fight back against them. That's all I'm expecting. That's what I predict. If it doesn't go that way, does it go into space? Is there a hollow Earth or like a hollow planet scenario that plays out? Will there be dinosaurs? You hear that it's mostly underwater, so that's what they were waiting for. That's the big draw on this one, so I'm expecting it to go underwater, Cameron. What are you talking about? Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, I guess he's just trying to keep that shroud of mystery there, of curiosity, right, for people. But are you guys going to go see Avatar, the re-release this weekend? Let me know in the comments below, and we will talk about it, because I know some people out there would like to see it, for sure. Okay, let's switch to some comic book news, comic book movie news. Fantastic Four, the writers have been, tapped here. Fantastic Four, Jeff Kaplan and Ian Springer to write, the Fantastic Four, and there's the two chaps themselves right there. And you know that Max Shackman is going to be directing. So, who are these guys? Well, there they are. What else have they done? Not much from what I was looking at it in this article. They've done some smaller stuff. While on the scene, the writing duo is one of the most hotter screenwriter teams in town right now. Such high-profile projects such as Disaster Wedding, never heard of it. Palm Springs. What? So Disaster Wedding is their big draw. What? Disaster Wedding. It doesn't even ring a bell. What the heck oh well. I would pull up their IMDb's, but you know what? It doesn't really matter too much, because Feige will have his hands all over this. Now, we got some comments here. Let's take a look. Who is crying out yet for another failed Fantastic Four movie? Says, okay, well, and then we got some casting people there. Jeff and Ian are great. Nice try, intern. So we got some trolls there in the article here from Deadline. The real question is, who's going to write and direct the reboot after this one? Yeah, so there's a little bit of skepticism. And I think that's healthy skepticism. We've been burned with the Fantastic Four a couple of times now, so all of you complaining about the writers, it doesn't matter. The scripts don't matter for these. These are not script-driven films. The MCU films, most of the writing will be done in-house in post-production. Yeah, with notes from Feige. I honestly thought they already had done the script. Yeah, and that's what I thought too. I thought the script was already done. What the heck? So maybe it's just rewrites or something. Like, you know that this phase was coming up. This script, all of the script, as far as I'm concerned, every script for Phase 5 should be done and approved and rewritten, and everything should be ready to go. Yeah. And I would say even for say Phase 6, because you know what you wanted to do there, Feige, for 6. What do you see? Like this kind of mentality, I gets a little bit frustrated there, right? We got some fan castings here in the comments. Never heard of them. What have they written? All right, so they haven't heard it. Nobody's heard of these guys. Let's pull up one of their resumes at least, and we'll take a look here. Jeff Kaplan was one of the names. Jeff Kaplan, writer. All right, let's take a look. Since everybody wants to look down their nose. Director, writer. How many Jeff Kaplans are there? Oh my God. Oh Jesus. All right, we'll take the first one here. See if this is him. That doesn't look like him. Actor. No, that's not him. Jeez. All right. Director, sound, no, visual effects, writer. Please tell me that this is him. Okay, so this is him. What else has he written? He's written Bert. Writer. He only wrote the first draft for Disaster Wedding, and that's his big thing. K-pop, Lost in America, The Last of the Great Romantics, Bernie and Arnie's Guide to French. What makes you think that this guy can write the Fantastic Four? My God, my resume, working back in the video store and then at Arby's, has bigger credits than this guy. What the heck's going on here? And with my YouTube credits, you know? Yeah. What in blazes? And he's hired to. Okay, maybe I'm starting to share a little bit in the skepticism of this Jeff Kaplan and Ian Springer. Let's take a look at what Ian has written. All right. He's written the same thing. And if his resume, well, you know what? So he's just writing the script. Maybe that's it. Maybe I'm being too harsh here. This guy hasn't done that much either. Like, seriously. He hasn't done anything in the last 10 years. And you want these guys? What is this article saying that the hottest writing duo right now, if they haven't done anything in 10 years? Ooh, you're starting to get me triggered here. Okay. So maybe I'm starting to agree with some of these comments. But as I said, perhaps I sort of agree with one of them saying that it doesn't matter about the script. It'll be changed in post. Feige will have his hands all over it. Aren't even qualified to write a Lifetime Christmas movie, let alone a Disney think an in-purpose. Yeah, exactly. So, maybe that story takes a weird turn there. Maybe I should have done my due diligence in reporting that to you guys, but I did anyway. So there you go. A couple of very well, the writers of Fantastic Four, guys. Limited resume, even in writing. What do you guys? Did you guys even write some books or some other scripts? Tell me something. Our Glass Vikings in live chat says the script is done. It's called a comic book. Well, yeah, and there you go too. You got all of these source materials and stories to draw from, and they don't use them. They just they drop little ideas here and there, and then they feel like they have to refashion it. That story kind of bummed me out. This story sort of bums me out, but now, in hindsight, this next one about Black Adam, it doesn't. Okay, so I guess Black Adam had some TV spots out there, and WB removes Joss Whedon's Justice League footage from the Black Adam trailer. Yeah, I guess there was a trailer out that showed Steppenwolf, and they cut that out. Now, I think They also kept in some stuff with Superman and Batman in one of the TV spots. But Dwayne Johnson himself took to his social media and re-released it saying corrected. I don't know why they would want to take out Steppenwolf, but really it's much more of a Black Adam trailer, guys, that starts off with kind of like a rehash of, well, not really much of a rehash, but you see like the bat symbol there from, I think that was Batman and versus Superman, B versus S. Yeah, okay, so that's all from B versus S. Aquaman, Harley Quinn. Okay, yeah, we've seen that stuff. They just want to make sure that it's going to be tied to that universe. So I guess they did include a Justice League shot there that they pulled, and all the TV spots are going to be coming out now, guys, because we literally are now 1 month away from Black Adam, and this one I'm going to be hyped for. This one I'm hyped for. It's October 21st, because you know that Dwayne Johnson this has been a passion project of his for the longest time, and I got the impression that I'm going to get what I wanted from the TV spots, that he's going to be a bad guy, and that's what I want. I don't want him to be the reluctant anti-hero, or I don't want him to be Venom, you know? I don't want him to be like Morbius. I want him to be the bad guy. All right. What else from the Black Adam TV spots? We got to look at Pierce Brosnan's Dr. Fate costume. Okay, well, that looks pretty cool. Yeah, I got no problem with that. That looks pretty on point. And I'm not going to watch all of these TV spots, guys, but I felt like, Brosnan there. Now, I don't know if he's just wearing like an actual costume or if that's like the CG costume, but he looks not bad. Not bad. But it was kind of a curious little thing there that happened, that they released a trailer for Black Adam, and it had some of that weird footage in there that they decided, no, we don't want to use that anymore. So, hey, these things get approved by somebody. You didn't know then? I mean, seriously, guys. Seriously, what's going on over there in the DCEU? All right, let's continue on here and give you guys a little bit of an update as to what you could expect here on the channel. There are all my social media handles. We do, the post-show on Facebook Live. I think I'm going to start switching up the pre-show. I don't know if it's going to be on Instagram anymore, but hey, all those little shorts that we do for like Andor, like trailer reactions and such, you can get expanded versions of those on Instagram and TikTok, that because YouTube has the 1 minute limit for the shorts, you get extended versions of those on TikTok and Instagram. And talking about those reaction videos, we do full live reactions for House of the Dragon on Mondays, 1:30 p.m., guys. We're into episode 5 already. Wow, that's moving along. Great series. And on Wednesdays, we do Andor. We did the first 3 episodes yesterday, guys, so that's up on the channel now. A lot of positive response. I'm digging this series, man. And later on today, She-Hulk, episode 6. Wow. Episode 6, 1:30 p.m., guys. Just over an hour from now, we're going to be watching episode 6 of She-Hulk. It's a series that I'm having a lot of fun with, and I can't wait to see Daredevil. And then on Fridays, we do the Rings of Power. Episode 5 tomorrow, guys. Episode 5 of Rings of Power. We're over the halfway mark on that series. And then on Saturdays, we do the Horror Weekly Roundup, where we talk about all the big horror movie headlines that drop during the week. And that's good stuff. And of course, we do the daily movie news show that you can see right there. All right, let's get to the big story that everybody will be talking about today. Well, it's not really the big story, but it is a good story. Knock at the Cabin, a new M. Night Shyamalan movie, has dropped its first trailer. And we're going to be doing a small trailer reaction to it in just a few moments. Let's take a look at the synopsis up on the IMDb. While vacationing, a girl and her parents are taken hostage by armed strangers who demand the family make a choice to avert the apocalypse. Sorry, I shouldn't say that so loud. Hostage. Expected February 3rd. So, yeah, it's not that far away. And we heard that it was wrapped now. The Shamhammer has finished this one. It's now working in post. But Batista, so I'm getting like shades of the Strangers vibe here, like the home invasion kind of thing, except they're not wearing masks. Who else is in this? I think that's Rupert Grint, right? Weasley from Harry Potter. Ben Aldridge, Jonathan Groff, Nikki Amuka Bird. Okay. All right. Looks like a pretty solid cast here. You guys like the poster? It's based from a book. It's based off a book, right? So he adapted old from a book. So we'll have to see how this goes down. Let's go over and take a look at this trailer for Knock at the Cabin, starring Batista. All right. Oh, this is Universal, so this is definitely going to get flagged. I apologize if it gets blocked. I'll have to edit out this trailer reaction, but we'll take a look at some of the snapshots afterwards. So let's just hit play and roll. Yeah, Universal's notorious for blocking things. I don't get it. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's just music there, guys. Ooh. Yeah, I can't. So they're just singing here. Just for copyright reasons, we're not going to play the music. It looks like they're going to the cabin. Okay, still the music. And is that Batista walking out of the woods? From M. Night Shyamalan.
My name's Leonard.
Leonard?
It's nice to meet you, Gwen.
Why are you here?
I suppose I'm here to make friends with you. And your dad's too. But my heart is broken.
You're not seeing his face.
Broken?
Because of what I have to do today.
So it is home invasion kind of thing, right? Alright.
There is a woman carrying something that looks like a pick with a chain and a mallet head.
You see, the four of us have a very important job to do. In fact, it might be the most important job in the history of the world.
Well, that's in the history of the world. You're just invading them to kill them, right?
We were called and are united by a common vision, which has now become a command that we cannot ignore.
So they're a cult? They're from a cult? Is that?
The four of us are here to prevent the apocalypse.
They're from a cult.
Your family has been chosen to make a horrible decision. If you fail to choose, the world will end.
The world will end. Knock at the cabin. Make the choice. Oh, what was that? February 3rd. Okay, there was somebody over there with a, was that a mask on or was that like a sock or something? Let's take a look at this. Yeah, what the heck was that? Alright, I'll have to slow this down just a bit. So is that the leader, or that's not one of them, right? That's a different person. Some nylon thing over their face. So that must be the leader of the four of them, because we saw we saw Grint and we saw Batista there, right? To save the world. These four versus the four horsemen, says Hourglass. I don't know. Could it be an allegory for? Oh, it was her. It was her on the side. Maybe she puts on the white thing on her head. I don't know. To do a sacrifice. It's based on a book. I Okay, so yeah, it started off as a normal home invasion kind of thing. And apparently has a scene in here that's so disturbing it disturbed M. Night Shyamalan himself. Don't know what that could be. I don't detect anything supernatural from it, except for that end quote saying you can stop the end of the world. I don't know why you would have to kill one of them unless one of them is kind of like a... I'm just getting cult vibes. What do you guys think? Let's take a look at some of the comments here. Batista straight brings it. He chose a better film career path than other wrestler turned actors. I wonder what they think of him. Also, nice seeing Rupert Grint lately. I'm so proud of Dave. He chose a film career in a much more artistic way than all the bling ass wrestling. Okay, so it's a lot of praise for Batista. I unironically love Shyamalan and can't wait to see this. His movies may be really dumb sometimes, but they always manage to feel fresh and different compared to most Hollywood drivel. While M. Night Shyamalan is hit or miss, when he does low-budget thrillers, he's at his best. Yeah. And that's what this one sort of looks like. And Batista, he's honing his craft for sure. When he was talking to the young girl at the beginning, you didn't see any images of his face. You just heard his voice. And he's like, I'm here to be your friend or something, and I'm sad because of what I have to do today. So he feels like he's got to do this, right? To save the world, as he says. Kill one of them or something. Yeah, that's Knock at the Cabin, guys. February 3rd. What do you guys think about this trailer? Let me know in the comments below, because I want to hear your thoughts. I thought it was, as a teaser, not that bad. Not that bad. It's got my curiosity for sure. But I think most of his trailers for most of his movies look good. Like Old look good. And I'm going to have to maybe revisit Old. Maybe I was too harsh on it. No, that ending just sucked. I don't know. But I'll always give Shyamalan a chance. Always. Even if he turns in a stinker. I'm still on board for what he turns out, because he at least has vision for things, and that's what I want to see. Ardglass Vikings in the live chat says Batista isn't a very likely looking hostage. Well, yeah, I don't think he's a hostage. He's the one taking people hostage. Okay, that makes sense. Batista being the bad guy, or is he the eventual hero? Well, that could be, maybe, because there's always some little bit of a twist. That could be these four versus the Four Horsemen. Okay. All right. What do you guys think about that trailer? Let's move on to talking about somebody with vision. Is Alejandro Inarritu. He's got a new trailer out for his movie called Bardo, which runs in 2 hours and 54 minutes. Oh, come on, guys. Jeez. Crackers. These long movies are killing me. Bardo says, follows a renowned Mexican journalist and documentary filmmaker who returns home and works through an existential crisis as he grapples with his identity, familial relationships, and the folly of his memories. Familial. There's that word, familial. There you go. Yeah. Ooh. I watched this trailer, guys, and we're not going to watch this one because it's just music. It's just the entire trailer is to a Beatles song. What's it called? Something in the Walrus or something. That song. What's that song called again? Damn. I'll look it up. But anyway, it looks like Inarritu, who did The Revenant. So I like that work with DiCaprio. And when I was watching this trailer, it honestly looked like it was like something, he was following a playbook of something like a Terrence Malick film, like Tree of Life, where it's kind of like just small bits and scenarios of, just art pieces, like poetry, and whoops. That wasn't nudity, guys. She was covering it up there. She was covering it up there. I paid attention to this because this is not an R-Band trailer, but it's just kind of like, yeah, things floating in water here. It's just people floating up. Yeah. Like, remember in Tree of Life when Jessica Chastain's like floating around underneath the tree? It's kind of like, what the heck is going on here? Like that kind of thing. He's going for that kind of vibe. So you just kind of get like these montages of people having fun in places, and he uses very wide lenses. And when you use the wide lenses, you'll see that, like, one of the first things you realize is that the sides are always distorted, right? But he goes for that look. He goes for that image. Just a bunch of weird things happen in this trailer, man. Bardo. So if you want to check it out, and as I said, it's very Terrence Malickinian. Malickinian? Yeah. LSD vibe, you mean? Yeah, very much like that. It's going to be like a collection of small little art pieces strung together to try to make a cohesive story. And I think it'll have some things to say. I don't know if it's going to be like a cohesive narrative. It's just like, oh, they walk. They walk. He cries. It's kind of like, okay, Bardo. It's going to be on Netflix. So, and it's Inuratu. So I'll give it a chance. December 16th and in select theaters. So they're going to try to submit it for awards consideration. I am both confused and intrigued about this film. That's the proper sentiment. It is safe to say that this is one of Inaratu's most personal films based on events portrayed on screen. Okay. My Country, My City depicted once more and one, I don't know what that. I saw a couple of shots that reminded me of The Revenant, father and son embracing, a little bit like that. Yeah. Wow, even if the story sucks, this will be worth watching just for the stunning shots. And that's what you say about some of the Terrence Malick films, where it's just somebody going to a night party, and then they just have fun there, and they walk through the beaches, and they have all these fantastic weird shots, kind of like that. A little bit like Neon Demon. No, but even Neon Demon from Winding Refn had a bit more of a story narrative to it. Yeah. Bardo, what do you guys think about that? As I said, I would play the trailer for you, but it's all straight. No, I don't think you can hear anybody talking. It's straight the Beatles song. What? I have to take a look at it. What was that? I had the song pulled up on my phone. In the Walrus, in the Name of the Walrus. I Am the Walrus. There you go, from the Beatles. That's all they played. So that's the song mixed over all of that weird, funky imagery from Inaratu. Bardo, go check it out. Arglass Viking says about that. Is this about the Dwayne Johnson story? The fans forced them to remove Joss Whedon's material in favor of Snyder's. Did they for that those Black Adam TV spots? Curious story though. Curious. All right, let's move on to some more movie news. Let's get back into it. With Beverly Hills Cop 4. Okay, so we got some more casting and returning players. Paul Reiser's coming back, and Bronson Pinchot. Well, I haven't seen him in a while. Yeah, where's he? He hasn't been in anything for a while. So he's going to be in this Netflix movie for Beverly Hills Cop 4. And I'll be looking forward to that. And I liked, so he was the partner to Alex Foley in Detroit, right? Paul Reiser was in the first one. And then I don't think Pinchot came in until the second and third one, right? He was kind of like, sort of like the Pesci role in the Lethal Weapon films. Sort of. Like the comedic relief in that aspect. But okay, cool to see them back. Reiser played Alex Foley's Detroit cop partner, Friedman. Oh, he was in the second one too? Man, it's been a while since I've seen the second one. I gotta go back I'll go back and watch those two again before I get back into this, for sure. So we got some returning stars there for the new Beverly Hills Cop. Cool. Oh, we got some live comments here too for this. As long as Judge Reinhold's gun collection comes back bigger, go for it. I'm so happy that to see all these guys be back alongside Eddie Murphy. All of these actors were incredible that helped make the first movie such a classic. I am really looking forward to this. So good. What about Ronnie Cox? Was Ronnie Cox in the first one? Wow, I definitely need to go back and watch that one for sure. For sure. Okay, so that's some casting news for that. Still working right now. I don't think there's an official release date for this yet because they're shooting it. They're still literally in production. So I'll keep my eye open for that for sure. A Weaver in the live chat says 2 hours and 54 minutes sounds awfully indulgent. Self-indulgent from writer-director from Inaratu talking about Bardo. Yeah. Especially if it's one of those weird, funky movies. 2 hours and 54 minutes. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. Bardo being 2 hours and 54 minutes, Arglass Viking says, shouldn't matter. If it's Netflix, one can always pause. Well, they can do that too. They can do that too. But Bardo, there you go. Beverly Hills Cop 4. A trip down nostalgia lane. I think that'll be kind of cool. Talking about going down a nostalgia lane with Lethal Weapon. Mel Gibson, confident Lethal Weapon 5 will shoot early 2023, and he's going to be directing this one because the director that was going to shoot it was the original director, Richard Donner, but he passed away. And Gibson said that he was going to pick up the torch and shoot this film. God. And to think that in that movie, in the first Lethal Weapon, Danny Glover was 43 years old and talking about retirement from the cops. What the heck was that about? He was 43 when he made that. Like, I'm around that age, guys. It's like, my God, I'm not that old, am I? Jesus, age crackers. Anyway, let's take a look at what Gibson said here while he was discussing his new movie, Bandit, with Screen Rant. He says, we've got a really good screenplay that I developed. Well, Richard Donner developed it, of course, with Richard Wank, and they had a really good template. I had the honor of sitting down with Richard, sitting down after Richard passed away with the writer and doing a couple more drafts and trying to do it in the spirit of what we thought Donner might want because I knew the guy so well. All right, so they were just coming up with things and stuff like that. The one delay is now with all the shakeup at Warner's, yeah, and Discovery coming in that the new boss, and they chop everything else up and throw them away and get new people. It always takes time for these companies to regroup, so that's been a delay, and I'm pretty confident we'll get this one up on its feet, probably shoot in the first quarter of the new year. So he's got to go through Zaslav? He's got to go through Zaslav. Wow. Maybe it won't, but as long as it's meant for this big screen, which I think the Lethal Weapon movie should be meant for the big screen, right? And if you get these two guys back, they would be definitely retired by now. So get Chris Rock back, perhaps. Something happens that calls him to go on some kind of a mission of some kind. I could see, by the sounds of it, they've got a lot of ideas working. They just haven't really honed anything yet for it. So, yeah. But it would be cool to see them back. And I know some people are still meh about Mel Gibson. But guys, he has directed some of the some pretty good fare. He was really good in, like, my favorite of his is Apocalypto. It's his, but by far for me, it's his best film that he's ever made. For sure. And I know people like Passion of the Christ and Braveheart, but I don't think they hold a candle to Apocalypto. Anyway, let's move on. Andor launches, and it was a good launch, guys. We watched Andor yesterday, all first 3 episodes, and we got some quotes here from some of the stars. Fiona Shaw, Andor, enjoys her reckoning line too. Oh yeah, talking about like I'm not going to spoil too much for you guys, but there was like an invasion of a town, and she was having a good kind of monologue, and she was fantastic. In episode 3, she was fantastic. Fiona Shaw. And there's B2 EMO. I like B2. What a guy. I like how he stutters too. And that's character. Like, they do a great job of it. For sure. So there's an article up there on Hollywood Reporter where she goes through talking about some of the dialogue choices and then this, like some of the character. It's much more of a an interview here that you can read, and it's really good. So there she is. She's the adoptive mother of Cassian Andor there, and it's handled very, very well. For such a short episode of like 40 minutes, they do a great job of portraying like her kind of, not hopelessness, but like the hole left in her heart after she realizes that Andor has gone away now, right? And he's not going to come back because the authorities are out looking for him. He's a wanted man. And she didn't give him up, and she's there on his bed looking at B2. And Fiona Shaw did a fantastic job, guys. My full reactions for that are up on the channel right now. And you can see that speech that she's talking to about the reckoning line. That sounds like that's what a reckoning sounds like line, yeah. She taunts one of the officers, Karn. And they handled that storyline too well. So, yeah, go and check that out. It's definitely a highlight. There are others there that have come out. Adria Arjona as Bix. They talk a little bit about the backstory there going on. But she worked with him there on the planet as he was trying to put together this deal of somebody to buy a stolen Imperial box that he had. And again, Adria Arjona as Bix, if you want to go read that Hollywood Reporter article, as you can see, it's an interview. It's good. And they talk about some of the plot lines in here. So I'm not going to talk about it for too much. But she interacts with Stellan Skarsgård. Luthen. Luthen was his name, right? Great. And if you want to feel something different in a different story that takes place in the Star Wars universe, go check out Andor right now. Because even Diego Luna posts an emotional message to fans in honor of Andor premiere. We'll have to see how the numbers fare, because they just dropped, right? It just dropped yesterday. I don't think they've posted any numbers, but I'll be championing this throughout the week. So as viewership numbers come in, I'm expecting them to be high. Diego Luna took to his Twitter page here. He says, more than 4 years ago, I received some news about going back to Cassian Andor. In 2018, it was announced. Today, we reveal the end result of a very intense and enriching journey. I am proud of being part of the Andor team. Thank you for all the amazing ride. And it was an amazing ride, guys. So my first 3 reactions are up on the channel right now. Go check them out, because we had a lot of fun doing that. And if you don't want to watch the whole thing, there's like little snippets out there of the highlights and stuff like that. So that's cool too. Good launch. And we'll be talking about Andor, I think, well, now for the next while, because it's 12 episodes, right? And we're 3 episodes in. Ooh, good episodes. Arglos Viking says, Cassian took Marva's surname. Wonder what his birth name was. Oh, so it was Marva Andor? Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing that's, you want to go back in and take a look at all the little Easter eggs and stuff like that perhaps you miss, because sometimes when you watch it, it just goes over your head a little bit, right? And stuff like that. Eventually, guys, I think that now that I've become really good at doing the reviews and stuff like that live, those might get moved to members only. Because the channel is growing right now. It's growing really well. And I think it's because of the shorts. People are seeing that stuff. They get a taste to what they can find here on the channel. So I need to keep that up. And once more people start watching the live takes, which I need to maybe publish those a little bit earlier and start promoting them, that, hey, on these days we're doing this live at 1:30 p.m. Put it on your calendar, mark it down, because sometimes I don't post those until like an hour beforehand. I need to do a better job of that. But perhaps I'm thinking that those will be members only. You'll get the small shorts highlights on the YouTube page that'll say, hey, if you want to watch the full reaction, it'll be for members only. It's what it's only like $2 to become a member of the channel, guys. So yeah, and I need to make the incentive for people to become a member. There you go. That's what's going to happen, probably. So members will be able to see the reactions live daily when they drop. But we're still a ways off from that. I suspect I probably need at least another 1,000 or 2,000 more subscribers before we get to that level. But for now, it's still all free. And if you are enjoying the channel, I totally recommend that you go out and check those out. All right, let's move on. House of the Dragon. Breakout star. We got some various headlines, TV headlines here. And this one just caught my eye because I do like Millie Alcock as Rhaenyra, which is my favorite character. Rhaenyra's my favorite. She's done now. We're not going to see her anymore, from what I understand, in House of the Dragon. But some fan made like a mock-up of her as Spider-Gwen. Now, we know that this is not going to happen, guys. Right now, anyway. But I thought it was kind of fun. Spider-Gwen, Millie Alcock. And that's some good art, right? Like, that's really fantastic art. Just thought I'd share that with you. And the original artist is Clements Inc. Clements Inc. Well, Clemens, very good job. Yeah, and we do House of the Dragon Mondays, guys, so check that out. I thought I'd just give a quick share to that. Some more TV headlines. Let's talk about Sandman. Neil Gaiman explains why the Sandman Season 2 renewal is taking so long. Now, guys, I liked... The launch was a little bit rough. For the first episode, he doesn't really do that much. So it's just him sitting in a chamber for the entire episode. And then from episode 2 to 4 was okay. Of him trying to get back his relics that were taken from him, stolen from him. And we learn a little bit more about his powers. Episode 5, or was it? Yeah, the diner episode was a complete buzzkill. It derailed everything. Because it wasn't about Sandman. He wasn't in it. And I don't know what the heck they were doing with that. But when it picks up after that, from like episode 6 to the end, when he's dealing with the vortex, fantastic stuff. That was fantastic. And I want to see more of that, and I want to see more of that in season 2. But yeah, everybody's saying it's been highly received. Like, a lot of people have enjoyed it. So what's going on here? Neil Gaiman says Sandman Season 1 dropped August 5th. The data harvesting has only just finished and is complicated by a lot of people not binge watching it, but spreading it out, letting episodes sink in before they watch the next, telling Netflix to hurry up, won't make decisions happen faster. Sorry. I apologize there. So, okay. So, so that sort of shed some light on it, that people were not binge watching it. I think I watched it in about 2 days. No, 3 days. 3 days. Yeah. Yeah. So that's why people are not binge watching it, but people who are watching it are liking it for the most part, unless you were like a huge fan of the source material and have nitpicks about things that were changed. Then it was grand, like 87% on Rotten Tomatoes right now. Okay, still, so 80% by the fans. So people liked it, and people are saying, well, where is it? Well, it's because they're still sorting through the data, like the numbers, like with what Andor is still fresh, right? The launch, those numbers will be published soon. So we'll get a little bit more context as to what's going on with Sandman Season 2 as they figure out, will it be worthwhile financially, I suppose. That's what Netflix is waiting for. All right. I think that's it for TV headlines. Few more stories here, guys, and then we'll wrap up. the dinner scene felt like the Tarantino, and the pubs scene was like something out of Highlander. And I don't mind the actor that was the main actor in the diner scene. He was in Wonder Woman, the first one, right? As the god of war. He did a good job, but it's like, what does this have to do with Sandman? Anyway, I digress. Ana de Armas is disgusted with her Marilyn Monroe nude scenes will go viral. Really? And then she puts out a weird quote. With Variety, saying that I know what's going to go viral, and it's disgusting. It's upsetting just to think about it. I can't control it. You can't really control what they do and how they take things out of context. I don't think it gave me second thoughts. It just gave me a bad taste to think about the future of those clips. Well, yeah, she's playing Marilyn Monroe in Blonde. That's going to be out on Netflix next week, the 30th, I believe. Right? And it's going to be a very no-holds-barred of what happened to Marilyn Monroe in her rise to fame. And it's very graphic, NC-17, like the casting couch kind of thing that goes really, really bad. And if you are going to be able to stomach that stuff, then I would, well, you're going to watch it anyway. But if you can't stomach that stuff, then this stuff may be a little harsh. And I was going to rag on her for saying that I can't control it. Yes, you can. I was going to get on her for this, saying, well, this don't be in it then. But thinking about what she said here and just letting it settle for a moment, it's still... I understand the gripes of having rape scenes and stuff for the sake of art. We know that stuff. But for the sake of art, I think she wanted to do it to help at least open some eyes to the people. But because that stuff is still happening today, it's still topical. It happened to her, and she was big. Marilyn Monroe, that is. So she signed up for it, and when you see that, she says, I don't think it gave me second thoughts. So she knew she was signing up for it, and it sounds like it's going to be fairly controversial stuff that we're going to see. And yeah, it's I think it's going to be unsettling. And it will. If it's very unsettling, it's going to go viral. I just wanted to share with you guys my thought processes here, right? Because originally, at first, it's kind of like, well, just don't be part of it. But then, because she wants to hone her craft as an artist, as an actor, and get people to talk about what does happen sometimes behind the scenes there, I think it would be worthwhile. Maybe. But, yeah. I'll have to see. Rachel Ziegler takes down online trolls using Not My Ariel against Halle Bailey's Little Mermaid casting. That's kind of cool to see these two together. Halle Bailey's going to be in the Little Mermaid remake, and Rachel Ziegler is going to be our Snow White. That's coming out next year. Both are coming out next year, right? And I do have my trailer reaction highlights up on the channel right now that a lot of people are really liking, so that's really cool. I dig that. And it's weird. I'm getting the impression that I'm like one of the few people out there that put out a positive reaction for that Little Mermaid teaser, which I thought was pretty good. And I liked Halle Bailey as Ariel. And I think a lot of people pounced on this. And we talked about some of the kinds of backlash. But it's good that these two are sticking together. And it's good that Rachel Ziegler standing up for another Disney princess. I thought that, kudos. I'm not going to bash that. If you don't support my girl Haley, who is perfect as Ariel, you don't support any of us. Well, I wouldn't go that far, but, sometimes you got to hit back just as hard as they do, right? Hey, Disney, Yeah, because some people just say she's not her. They're Ariel. Give it a chance, guys. Just give it a chance. Because the younger crowd, which it is meant for, they don't care about that stuff. But it's cool to see them sticking together. I thought that was just nice. Nice sentiment. All right. How much time do we got? All right. Guys, we're about an hour. We're 35 minutes away from She-Hulk, episode 6. This was just a fun story, too, here. Because Jennifer Lawrence is one of my favorite actresses. She's in the top 2, guys. It flip-flops between her and Scarlett Johansson. She's still considered one of the highest grossing action heroine of all time. So, Movie Web has like her top highest grossing movies, top 10. So let's take a look at them and just have a little bit of fun. Can you guess what's number 1? Well, probably Hunger Games, right? The first one? Or maybe the last one, right? Let's take a look, see what they got for us. And see if we agree. Number 10 was American Hustle, 251.2. On that had an all-star cast, and it was David O. Russell, right? I liked her in it. I liked her. She was good in that. Darkman. X-Men Dark Phoenix, yeah. Ooh, that one was rough. 252. Passengers, cool. I like that one. 303.1 million, and that's on Netflix right now. Ooh, should we do a watch along for Passengers? Chris Pratt? She has one great scene in there when she realizes what's happened. Just the horror in her face. The horror and disgust when she realized what's happened. Oh, I love that scene. And you got shades of The Shining in that one too. I dig it. I need to watch that. Yeah, maybe we will do I'll have to see if I can fit it into the schedule. I like Passengers quite a bit. Good performance. X-Men First Class, she was great in that too. Very good. 353. That's in the number 7 spot. Number 6, X-Men Apocalypse. Yeah, so maybe it's all the X-Men ones that are X-Men and Hunger Games, right? Number 5 is Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2. Really? Is it number 5? I thought that one, because that was the last one. I thought that one would have closed things out. But at number 1. Or maybe Part 1 is number 1. The first Hunger Games is the 4th highest one. 694 million. That one was rough. Mostly because of the directing. The director, that was still when they were suffering shaky cam all over the place. And you're just like, you're just panning from one place to another. We don't need to be shaking around like this, guys. It's just, the TMZ crap that they like style of. I hated it. Oh, cool. X-Men Days of Future Past. That one was 747.9. That one was cool. She was cool in it too. I love that movie. That was a good one. That was probably the last Bryan Singer movie that was ever made, because I don't think he's ever going to make anything big. Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1. It's number 2, really, 755. Huh. So then what the heck's what's left in the Hunger Games? Catching Fire is number 1. That's the second one, right? 865. Yeah, there was more of that love thing. I remember the final shot of that too. And talking about looks, when she gets lifted out at the end, and she's sad and upset, and then she gets angry, and it just goes to the black screen. Oh, yeah, that's why she's one of my favorite actresses. Wow. Okay, do you guys agree with this list? Or it's not as if you agree with it, but do you think that's kind of interesting? I thought it was. Hourglass Viking says, great reactions to your mermaid post. Totally baffles me why you could hate an innocent character and actress. Yeah, me too. All right, finally, guys. One big thing here. I do want to address this, because last night Survivor Season 43 launched, and last season I did a full live watch-alongs and stuff for Season 42. But we're doing a lot we're doing a lot of shows right now. We're doing, on top of the movie news stuff, which is 6 shows a week, we're doing 4 shows: House of the Dragon, Andor, She-Hulk, Rings of Power, and then I do all those little shorts that come out and stuff like that. To put more on my plate right now, I couldn't. I want to. I really do. I just don't have the time. I don't have the time. So I'm going to save Survivor Season 43 just for myself, and I'll go through it. It looks like it's just a normal cast of people, guys. Just this is an all-stars cast here. Don't pay. That's not the real cast. I think this might be them. So it's just normal people. When we come around to another all-star cast of Survivor, I think that's when, or as long as my schedule's not busy, like it is right now, we'll come back to Survivor, because I enjoyed it, and I know some of the people who follow the channel really enjoyed my Survivor reactions and stuff. So cast not asthma. Jeez. Says a we've cast not asthma. Not sure what you mean by that. All-star was what I was saying. Anyway. All-stars. Yeah, when people that you liked from previous episodes come back, we'll do a watch-along for that. It's just right now, yeah, my plate's too full right now. And last night, the premiere was like 2 hours long, so I would have, somewhere between yesterday and today, I would have to have done a 2-hour episode watch-along of Survivor. I can't handle it, guys. It's too much. So this season, I know it'll upset some people, but we'll move on from that. All right. Let's pull up the Twitterverse, and we will start to round out the show for today, because it's been fairly good. It's been good, right? Yeah. I'm mostly holding off Survivor right now, because I'm hoping that by the time next week rolls around, we'll be almost done a few of the other series, because I do want to do Hell's Kitchen. I do. All right. See if I missed any of the big headlines here. No, doesn't look like it. All right, let's pull over to the Twitter, round out our day, see if we missed any big headlines that perhaps dropped. The teaser trailer for Super Mario Bros. Will debut October 6th. That's the one with Chris Pratt as Mario, Anya Taylor-Joy as Peach, Charlie Day as Luigi, and Jack Black as Bowser. Cool. Seth Rogen's going to be Donkey Kong, and Keegan-Michael Key is going to be Toad. That doesn't matter. Donkey Kong. Trailer premiere October 6th. Okay. Put it on our calendars. That's the day right before Hellraiser, guys. Big Hellraiser day. All right. Mola Jat. First poster. The Legend of Mola. Wait a minute. Didn't this movie already come out? October 13th. Okay. Cool. What's this? He's going to be working with Mahesh Babu next. Okay. Spring 2023. Those are big stars in India, guys. The director, Rajamouli, and Mahesh Babu. I think he's Telugu, right? Telugu actor, I think. Because RRR was Telugu. Yeah. All right. First look at Shadow and Bone Season 2. I don't know what that is. Saoirse Ronan has been cast in Steve McQueen's Blitz, Apple original, which tells the stories of Londoners during the Blitz of World War II. Okay. I like Saoirse Ronan. Arglass Viking says, I hope Super Mario doesn't suck. Looking forward to it. Yeah. Sorry, E-Weaver says, I think there was a glitch in your post. Was there? Let's Maybe it's a glitch in the post from like OBS imports. OBS imports from YouTube on my console on OBS. So maybe I'll go over and take a look here on the YouTube page. No, you said Apocalypto, and that's it. And you said Apocalypto, and then said cast, not asthma. Geez. So yeah. No worries. No worries. No worries. Okay. Just going back to the Twitter. Try to round this up here. Bryce Dallas Howard reveals that she was asked to lose weight before filming Jurassic World Dominion. What? And the director protected her. Good on her. You know what? I don't care. Bryce Dallas Howard is one of the most beautifulest women I've ever seen. For sure. I can't say more than that. I like her work as an actress. I like her work as a director. She's very talented, extremely talented. And the studios. Sometimes I don't know what you're thinking, man. Asked her to lose weight. Just she's perfect the way she is. Perfect. Some guys like that. Like, All right. What's going on? What else is going on here? Some leftovers from TIFF. What's this? New casting Heartstoppers. Don't know that. Jack Barton. Season 2. So a lot of TV stuff here I'm looking. Glenn Powell. Oh yeah, they're coming up in a new war plane movie, right? A fighter plane movie. Because he was just in Top Gun, but he did another fighter plane movie where he plays oddly enough, another wingman to this guy, right? Who's this? Lashana Lynch. Cool. Sadie Sink, photographed by Miles somebody. Okay, so just a lot of pictures. Really not that much here, guys. A new clip from Lyle Crocodile. Okay, there you go. From the Majestic Theater. I know some people are going to be looking forward to that. Shawn Mendes is the voice of Crocodile, right? So he sings. You know what? Those visual effects don't look that bad. Might have to take my niece out to see that one. A Weaver just clarifies. I said some had problems with Rue casting in Hunger Games because she was black. Okay. Oh yeah, because I guess what in the book she wasn't like that. And into those kinds of comments, I just like, did it really affect the outcome of the story? Not too much. There's the poster. Oh, yeah, we saw the poster for Knock at the Cabin. Some stills. Batista. Yeah, it's going to be curious to see what's going on in that. Like, is one of them a fallen angel? And, like, there's something about that line that he says that it's your choice or to save the world or to make a choice, and if you don't, then the world will end. There's something ominous about that makes you think if it's true, yeah, what's going on with the other people, right? What's going on with the parents, right? What is one of them not who they say they are? Maybe one of them is like an escaped demon or something. I don't know. Very curious. And that's the kind of twist I would expect. What the heck is this? A tribute to Nicolas Cage and his cat Melvin will debut exclusively at CatCon. So that's disturbing, isn't it? That truly is disturbing. The unbearable weight of a genius cat art. Ooh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to sleep at night after that. Jeez. What's this? Jonathan Bailey has been confirmed to star opposite Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo in film adaptations of Wicked. Yeah, Wicked. Ariana is going to be in that, right? And I want to see her. I want to see more acting from her. Because she only had that small bit part in Don't Look Up, where she pretty much plays a pop princess. So she didn't really have that much stuff to do. I want to see her actually sink her teeth into something else. Michelle Williams to be campaigned for Best Actress. Well, because it's Spielberg, yeah. A. Weaver says, referring to Little Mermaid, yeah, people are stupid. Yeah, indeed. When it comes to stuff like that. Because it's not taking away the original work that you loved, right? I love Cage and I love cats, but that's terrifying. Indeed. Oh, God. Yeah. Are the parents in Knock at the Cabin a gay couple? Maybe these intruders are serious Bible worshippers. Well, I think, I see how I talked about that? I never even brought it up. When I watched the trailer, when I read the synopsis, I never even brought that up. Because I don't look at the world like that. And I know a lot of people out there do. And I'm not calling you out, Hourglass Vikings, for that. I'm just saying that you're going to see videos out today spinning it around like, ooh, it's because of that. And I'm not ragging on you for that. But I never mentioned that. Because for me, it's just, I don't care. It was obvious that these two were the parents. But I would say this. I think it's smart that Shyamalan is using that to get people to think like that, perhaps. To get the people that think like that and then turn it around on itself, right? Turn that motif around to say, oh, this is about Bible thunters. You're going to attack them and stuff like that. No, that's not what maybe the movie's about. Maybe it's about something else totally. And that's what I meant about the world ending kind of thing. Because I do think that there could be some truth to what he was saying in that. We'll have to see how that it plays out. Then, now that I'm starting to think about it more and more, that teaser for Knock at the Cabin, I dig it. I thought it was very well done. Okay, so there's the actual trailer. There's more. Who's this? Jonathan Bailey. Yeah, wicked. All right, guys. I think that's it. Yeah, Ana de Armas. She's going to be on the cover of Variety. She's going to be about Maryland. And I think that will round us out for today, guys. Because I'm going to go see Don't Worry, Darling in 3 hours. And we got to do She-Hulk here in 20 minutes. I think I'll just do the post-show here. And we'll do the post-show now. Play some guitar for you guys. Why not? Talk about how the day went. Yeah. Hourglass says, no, I understand. I'm looking for the twist. Yeah. And you know, I knew what you were saying. I knew what you were saying about that comment about the couple. But I know that some people out there will use it to get on their outrage wagon and say, hey, I'm still in standard tuning. So this is E. Wow, it's been so long since I played that. Daddy's little girl ain't a girl no more. Yeah, Daddy's little girl ain't a girl no more. Daddy's little girl ain't a girl no more. It kind of loses some of its muster on an acoustic, right? Yeah. Well, what else can I play in standard? It's been so long since I wrote a song in this. can. Yeah, I need to get better at perhaps promoting the live streams for the actual full live watch-alongs. Because posting it an hour beforehand, how is anybody going to actually know about it unless they already watched the channel, right? And I like to post like I rehashed. I'll just have to post like mock or like not dummy, but thumbnails for the live streams of the live watch-alongs. I'll have to come up with like just a placement, a holder one for it, and then once the episode airs, change the thumbnail around like I did for the Andor episodes yesterday. Oh yeah, I was working with In Bloom the other day too, right? It's weird, because I don't think that In Bloom shows that he didn't really understand modes or like even like major and minor progressions, because he goes like, watch, like this is the main riff, right? Right there, you got you're going one interval, and then you go down to two intervals, or two spaces there, down to the F. So G, G5, F5, and then up to G sharp 5. But then in the verse, he goes in between that, right? So he's used 4 notes, and that's okay. You can do that, but I think he just played around and went by what sounds good to his ear, and that was what's cool about Kurt Cobain. He didn't really care. So and those kinds of things, I get hung up on my songs all the time, and I'm like, well, I can't do that anymore because it would be 4 notes in a row, but. Maybe I should learn from him and say, no, just throw it all to the window. Hey, if you like playing it that way, play it that way. But out of the In Bloom, I prefer, there's a version of In Bloom that they did for Bleach. I like that mix better. It was a little bit more raw. The Nevermind version was a little bit too polished for my taste. What's after? One thing too, I can't sing that song and keep time. I can't play the notes. It's just programming your brain to keep your thumb going while you're singing at the same time. For some reason, there's something about that. My brain just hasn't clicked around to it. So, yeah, I have to see how that works. And then after Come As You Are is that one. I can't remember how to play that. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, yeah, you know how to play it. People always expect guitarists to sing. I thought it was an Irish thing. I can't sing and play at the same time. It depends on how difficult it is, right? Like, and I ragged on it the other day. That's why some guitar, they stop playing guitar and sing at the same time. That's how you get around it. But you listen to like Jeff Martin from the Tea Party. He can be playing like all these weird, intricate things and still keep time. Like, I don't know how he does it. Yeah, he can play all these weird things and be singing at the same time and keep time and stay in tune. It's really very difficult. All right, listening to you play is very relaxing. Hey Weaver says thanks. Well, thank you. I do have someday the ambition to start up just a straight channel for music where I would just record my music and you guys would be able to join along with me as I record it and jam. But on top of this show, on top of this channel, that means I would have three channels going. Well, Mirror Domains India hasn't been going for a while. Oh yeah, I got this one. Yeah, that's right. I was shamed. There we go. I was shamed. All right, guys, I've been going off on a tangent there. We're about 6 minutes away from She-Hulk, episode 6. We get to see Daredevil, hopefully, in this episode, guys. Give me a few minutes to get the things shifted around here, put on some tea. My voice is starting to get a little bit dry. And I'll see you at She-Hulk. Thank you very much for joining the show today. But yeah, definitely need to get that music channel going. I think people would enjoy that. All right, see you tomorrow for more movie news on Mirror Domains.